And Bonds hits one high. It's a deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bonds stands alone.
Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Tap Room Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Stacks on Stacks Lats. Joined with my guys, Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson, Swerving Irving Washington.
Essentials.
Oh, you're drinking the hard alcohol tonight, huh?
Yes.
Oh, hell no. Y'all be driving me to the hospital.
That's the good stuff right there.
A virtual hospital trip.
Welcome everybody to the show. The NL West preview is upon us. The last division we have left, and then next week we will be doing our MVPs, Cy Young Award winners, Rookie of the Years, Manager of the Years, etc. And and then the very next day, Major League Baseball season begins. So without further ado, we are being brought to you by Tavour. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to leave your seat. How we doing tonight, fellas?
I'm doing good. Got a glimpse into the future.
Yeah, Shohei on the Giants. It's gonna be what you're facing.
Nah, because you wouldn't be striking out Mike Trout. So y'all don't think y'all played the Angels that much that often. So Shohei on the Dodgers, striking out Mike Trout in interleague play next year. Book it.
Oh my goodness.
Not happening. I've been better, man. I sat in fucking traffic for 2.5 hours, so I'm drinking the hard stuff tonight. No beer for me.
There we go. Yeah, it's crazy storms out there in the Bay.
Good show. Yeah.
The mother-in-law told me today that they're expecting more storms through May.
Dude, we have more rain than Seattle has this year.
That's insane, dude.
That's fucking nuts.
That is insane. It's quite a while, right? But honestly, California needed it.
Oh yeah.
So
I think most of us are out of the drought, so that's
yeah.
good,
It's only I think only 22% of California is still in a drought or something.
Yeah.
yeah, so it's honestly a blessing, and
yeah,
you know what I mean. Kind of, if you got to look at it, you got to look at it glass half full. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
WBC ended today. Japan wins 3-1 against, or 3-2. I'm sorry, against Team USA. Tough loss for USA. They had more hits, like a lot more hits. They just could not capitalize with runners in scoring position. Mookie Betts gets runners on first and second. Mookie Betts first pitch swing in, grounds into a double play. Probably the worst at bat of the WBC, if we're being completely honest. That was some dog shit. That was trash.
Yep.
Nasty stuff. If we had Shane McClanahan starting that game, though, we win that game hands down. Because he wouldn't have allowed any runs. Because Japan has all lefties in their lineup. Would have been very difficult for them to hit Shane McClanahan.
Yeah.
But
I fucking loved the World Baseball Classic, though. Like,
oh, yeah. The whole tournament
enjoyed the tournament, yeah.
Whole tournament was fucking awesome, dude. It was awesome. And to be honest, I mean, we all said Japan was the best team going into the tournament. Ended up being that way. Hopefully, going forward, though, for the USA, hopefully this entices pitchers to play. Although I heard a couple rumors today. Not sure how true they are, but because someone asked a baseball reporter, like, oh, why don't our best pitchers pitch? And he said that he's heard that Major League Baseball teams have the right to tell pitchers, like, you can't go do this.
It doesn't surprise me.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
And
it's all
Because
about
there's
the
no
almighty
way,
dollar.
yeah, because there's no way that the best American players agree to play for the U.S. and none of our top arms agree to play for us. Like,
Yeah.
if Clayton Kershaw could get out there and try to pitch for the WBC, the other guys, he's the greatest pitcher of our generation. The other guys should be lining up to go play for the WBC. So it kind of makes sense because a lot of those young guys are under like team control. They don't have free agency coming up anytime soon. So they
Yeah.
probably could face, I don't think they would face repercussions, but the teams will definitely try to hold it against them or try to, try to restart that clock or I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. And I wonder, looking at the pitchers who did pitch in, these more high stress situations, how are they going to fare at the beginning of the season? Are they going to be more ready than those pitchers who, stayed at spring training and didn't get those high leverage, big at bats where they're going against, guys who are 16 to 18 and aren't going to be those major league hitters versus these guys who are going against the best of the best? Are they going to be more prepared going into the season? It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, and for a guy like Merrill Kelly, I know he didn't like perform well today, but I mean that's a guy that's never pitched in a playoff game before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is like the closest thing he got. So maybe this Diamondbacks make the playoffs. He has some experience under his belt. Like he pitched in a huge game. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think there's a lot of it. I don't know how to handicap it for baseball per se, because a lot of guys, they didn't get a ton of work. Like Brady Singer, for example, you know what I mean? He was probably doing more like off the side bullpen stuff than he was actually pitching in games.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see from the pitching side. But yeah, man, the WBC definitely hit the nail on its head. A lot of talk about baseball not being dead because obviously the WBC has generated a ton of interest. And it's like, how do we roll over that interest into Major League Baseball? I'm not sure there's an answer for that because Major League Baseball is a 162 game season. WBC is, every single game matters.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Also, another take that I have about WBC, the championship round should be a best of 3 series. It should not be
Agreed.
one game.
Definitely agree. It just adds more money to the players, the advertisers, baseball itself. It's a win-win. We get more games. The players get more of an opportunity to not suck in a single game.
Yep.
Trout gets more of an opportunity to not strike out more. So,
yeah, no, I think I would have liked to see a best of 3, and we always say like the best thing about baseball series is that the best team always wins because it's hard to not be the best team and win a series. So
yep.
I would like to see that change happen. That's the only like thing I would change about the WBC. That's it. So doubt it'll change. Who knows? But yeah, what do you guys think about the MLB season? Like as far as rolling over interest from the WBC into the Major League season, like how does Major League Baseball capitalize on this? Because Bennett, you and I have talked about this with the World Cup and MLS before. Like the World Cup gets interest in the U.S. and the MLS just never seems to be able to capitalize on that interest. Like how can Major League Baseball, in a country where the sport was invented, how do they capitalize on the WBC?
I mean, it's going to be tough because you're going to get such a dip in the level of play that you saw in these games. You aren't going to have an offensive firepower like half of these teams had. I think the problem is that you'll get better pitching.
Ben, aside from the U.S. and Japan, I'm not sure there's like a team that was like, oh wow, that team is great. I mean, Mexico has like an average lineup, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I thought Cuba. I thought Venezuela. I thought.
Yeah, but a lot of these teams, they don't have. Venezuela is nice, Dominican Republic, but I mean, most of these teams don't have Trey Turner.
Puerto Rico.
Ninth, you know what I mean?
True, very true. But they still had that firepower. They hit. Maybe it wasn't hitting jacks, but there were a lot of runs scored in a majority of these games. And I think that's what really brings in the fans is they want to see the hits, they want to see the homers, they want to see the runs.
Well, do you think the
We're
rule
not going to
changes?
get that with our pitching.
Do you think the rule changes are going to have an effect on that?
I don't know because we're seeing teams already pull in an outfielder to play where that shift player already was. So yeah, they have two outfielders out there, and the third is coming in to play that short second that long second or that long shortstop. So I don't think we're going to see as much of a change in the shift. The pitch clock, I think benefits the pitchers more than the batter. So I don't think that's going to really, up offensive firepower in these games, which is what people want to see.
Yeah, that's an interesting point you make with the outfielder. I have seen that a lot. I'm not sure how it's going to work in the regular season, but I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how much the rules are going to affect. We haven't really seen it play out, so we're gonna have to see it. But
I mean, if we're asking at Steady Eddie, then it's fucking easy to hit Oppo. So he could do it in Little League, so everybody can do it.
Yes, that was an all-time quote for sure.
Kidding.
That was definitely an all-time quote. Now it'll be
Who
interesting.
the hell said that?
Eddie.
Raider Eddie.
He said it's easy to hit Oppo because he did it in Little League. Like that's literally the quote, dude.
Yeah.
Word for word, verbatim.
Love
I
it.
I see why he's a Raiders fan. That's all I'm saying. Damn.
That was an all-timer, dude, when he said that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Irv, do you think that MLB can what are they gonna take from this? Are they gonna be able to utilize this and gain some momentum into the Major League Baseball season?
Well, they should. The WBC was more watched than the World Series, so maybe they should make the World Series a neutral site game in a huge market.
Great point. I've heard that many times today.
But you also got to think that's 6 months away.
Yeah,
like, that's the problem. It's 6 months away. You're going to lose so much interest in this.
Well,
unless the Shohei is there.
So
Angels aren't doing it.
So
that's why he's leaving next year.
So
exactly.
This is my first thing. Major League Baseball does a dog shit job at marketing their stars. It's not just Shohei. Like every Sunday night baseball game, we get like the same 6 teams playing. Yep. Mets, Phillies, Yankees, Red Sox, Dodgers versus somebody, Braves,
Mets, Astros. Yeah, they gotta like highlight those small market teams.
Yeah, because Baltimore has some young studs on it nobody knows about. Miami's got Jazz Chisholm down there. They got some nice young players. Toronto has Vlad Guerrero Jr. When's the last time you seen Toronto on a national TV broadcast?
If it ain't the playoffs, you gonna rarely see them on national television. And
Julio Rodriguez.
And that's when they play the Yankees.
Julio Rodriguez in Seattle, like they're never on a national broadcast. And it's like Apple TV has Friday Night Baseball, but dude, nobody has Apple TV.
It's fucking expensive, yeah.
Man, that's true.
So it's like Major League Baseball has to do a better job of marketing their stars and marketing their product.
Yeah, and they got to stop having all those blackouts too, because besides hockey, I think they got the most blackouts in professional sports.
Yeah, because MLB TV is a joke, dude.
Yep. But hockey was smart though, because they signed that new deal where ESPN Plus.
Yep.
95% of their what's the name? And man, you can watch damn near
every game.
Yeah.
NHL game. Only NHL game you can't watch is the LA teams, unfortunately, because
you can't watch the LA teams.
No, I can't.
Vegas gets blacked off.
I know I can because I got Spectrum. I just don't have ESPN Plus, but I get to watch all the hockey I want to watch.
Yeah, but they only block I can't watch the Vegas Golden Knights on ESPN Plus, but that's the only team I can't watch.
Yeah.
I can watch the Kings. I wouldn't care about watching sorry ass Ducks, but I got Spectrum to watch my Kings. Speaking of my Kings, we looking damn good.
Hey, put a future on them.
Not lying.
We might win a playoff series or 2.
We might get Bedard. So our 5 home wins this year. Oof.
y'all can't take right, man. Y'all not getting Bedard.
We'll see.
He gonna end up in Columbus or Chicago. Watch.
I'm praying Jordan's right, and they want to push Mike Greer being the first black GM, and give him some winning opportunity. But
good luck.
Back to what you guys were talking about of having that, that firepower on national TV. I mean, you look at the number of really good young guys in the league right now, and there's a lot of teams that you wouldn't expect that from. I'm thinking like Bobby Witt. I'm thinking, Pena. Astros don't, as good as they've done, they don't get as much national TV as you'd think. You've got Julio, you've got Trout and Ohtani. I mean, they've sucked, but there we go. You've got like Brian Hayes and O'Neal Cruz on the Pirates. When was the last time you saw that? You got Detroit, you got Kansas City, you got Tampa Bay, you got
Hunter
Baltimore,
Green in Cincinnati, who's throwing 106 miles an hour.
Yeah,
the MLB has to do what the NFL does. No matter what,
the game's on.
You're going to see a lot of NFL games on national television, even if the team is complete dog shit. And every team, no matter how sorry, gets to play a Monday night game and a Sunday night game.
Yeah.
MLB has to adopt that or adopt some type of streaming where they can open it up to everyone for you to be able to watch these out of market games, because that's really their problem. Because attendance is going up, revenue is probably going through the roof, but the watching baseball is not at all-time high. If the WBC had more viewers in the World Series, that's a problem.
Well, in places that don't cost a fucking $100 to watch a few games a year. Yep. Sorry, I'm not going to buy Apple TV just for baseball. Yeah. I'm not going to buy MLB Network just for a few games.
Apple TV only has 2 games a week, so I mean, it's like unless you have it, like the only reason why I have Apple TV is because it comes with my cell phone subscription. Yeah. Right? I wouldn't go out of my way to buy Apple TV. I mean, I've literally never watched Apple TV except for a couple baseball games.
I watched it for House of Gucci. That's amazing.
House of Gucci, and then what was the soccer one?
Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
Ted Lasso. Yeah,
the soccer one was good too.
Ted Lasso was fucking hilarious.
I haven't seen that yet either.
Oh, dude, you definitely have to watch that.
But remember Eastbound and Down?
Oh, yep. I love Eastbound and Down. Great show.
Soccer version of Eastbound.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Eastbound and Down.
Pretty much.
I mean, there's a lot of theories about Major League Baseball and how they can better their product, but I think it starts with marketing and promotion, and then moves from there, dude. I think that's the toughest thing that they have going for them. They just gotta do a better job at it at the end of the day. Because like if you think of the '90s, dude, it's like what do you remember about '90s baseball? You remember Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, Ken Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds hitting dingers, dude.
Yeah. Sammy Sosa, Jose Canseco,
and they marketed it so well.
Rafael Palmeiro, man, you had motherfuckers hitting bombs back then. Mike Piazza,
steroids,
probably the greatest.
I mean, sorry, Balco. Hey, not steroids.
Steroids were a part of the game.
Damn straight. Yeah, that's what made baseball what it is today.
Free the home run era, free the long ball, free the chicks dig the long ball era.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't. It's unfortunate, but hopefully,
it's unfortunate because you can't recognize Sammy Sosa no more. But
no,
he's one of the greatest sluggers of my era.
He went Michael Jackson.
Hopefully,
first Neapolitan ice cream.
Hopefully baseball. Hopefully they figure it out this year because last season was great, and I think this year is going to be a solid season as well. But with that being said, let's hop into the National League West. Again, we're going to go bottom to top, lowest to highest. So obviously, we're going to be starting out with the Colorado Rockies, who have one of the lowest win totals. The only reason why it's not the lowest is because they play at Coors Field, and throughout their history, they have an over 500 record at Coors Field. I think if they didn't play at Coors Field, their over-under win total would probably be like 49.5. That's how bad this team is. So their win total is at 65.5 to win the division, plus 15,000. They lost Lost a lot. They also lost Brandon Anderson to an injury in spring training, so he's out for the year. That only makes things worse for them. Or, I'm sorry, Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers out. So, what do you guys think about the Colorado Rockies this season?
Bet a lot of their overs at home. Other than that,
But I don't even know if you can bet all of their overs at home because they're so inflated because everybody knows.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I think at the beginning of the year they don't really over. I think towards the end of the year they over.
Last year was opposite. Last year, it was a lot of unders were hitting in Coors Field to start the year because they were like 12.5. They were really inflated, like Ben said. And then it kind of like the market kind of started just buying hella unders and it kind of flip flop. But you just got to be careful, man, because, an opposing team could go in there and put up 14 runs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Because, I mean, look at this pitching staff, dude. You got Herman Marquez, Kyle Freeland, Jose Urena, Austin Gomber, and Ryan Feltner.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a lot of mid pitching here.
Yeah.
And aside from Chris Bryant, I mean, Charlie Blackmon, he had a massive down year last year. Only hit 264, 16 home runs. 500.
I thought last year was going to be his last year, or this year going to be his last year.
Probably this year. He's 36.
I think and he's got one more year on contract.
Okay. So this is last year.
CJ Crone literally can only hit at Coors Field.
Yep.
Ryan McMahon's probably their best player, but he's coming off a down year.
Yeah. How old is Moustakas too? He's fucking up there in age.
34.5.
Okay, there we go. I think Ezekiel Tovar has some upside, at least.
Mike Moustakas, that motherfucker was a dog in high school.
He was a dog when he first got to the league, too. He's just old now.
He just didn't last.
But anyways, this is a team that it's not a good team, dude.
Yeah.
I honestly lean their under. The only reason why I haven't played it is because, like I said, like every year they manage to win. They have at least go 500 at home, which is tough to bet an under against because, if you go 500 at home, you're getting 81 home games. That's 40 and a half wins right there. If you get 82 home games, that's 41 wins right there.
I don't even think they're going to go 500 at home, though. This team just doesn't. They don't have the bats to hit it out to make the home field advantage.
Yeah, but everybody hits it out there.
Yeah, I know, but
that's
still,
the problem.
like, you're putting a lot of emphasis on Chris Bryant, who we don't know how he's going to come back from his injury, and he's only a year older.
Yeah, he's 31 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this team sucks, dude.
It really does.
This team is not good. I would if I'm playing this, it's under 65.5.
Yep, agreed. Definitely agree on that. I probably won't play it just because
I'm just scared that they'll win 41 games at home, and then all they have to do is win a third of their fucking road games, and they go over 500. Now, will they? I don't
Can
know.
they win a third of their home or their away games? I don't know.
That is a good question. All right, let's move on to a better team, an up and coming team, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Their over under win total is 74.5 plus 4,000 to win the division. This is a team that I'm very high on coming into this season. What do you guys think about this team here?
They got a lot of young talent. Honestly, they could be the Orioles of last year.
Yeah.
But do we have to see it on the field first? I think their pitching staff is pretty damn good too. I like the pitching staff, but if those young guys hit the ground running, yeah, look out for the Diamondbacks. They could be a surprise team this year.
Yeah, I don't know if they're quite ready this year or if it's going to be one more year. I think you definitely have some areas that they need to improve on. And I thought, you just saw, what was his name? Carson Kelly just break his arm in spring training. So, that's he's a backup catcher, but catchers, they're still going to get, they're still going to get time when you're number two. So that pushes him down a little bit. Evan Longoria, he's another one of those people who are just getting older and older. is he going to provide, and also injury prone, is he going to provide enough at third base where you don't have to put someone really young in there? They do have Perdomo back there, which can, suffice, but are they ready yet?
I think
A
Longoria is
lot of
more.
talent.
I think Longoria is more there to,
Leadership.
yeah,
Yeah.
help bring along the young guys. Because I mean, this is a team that is just littered with young talent. Corbin Carroll is going to be in the running for National League Rookie of the Year. Ketel Marte is a very fine infielder. He's one of the best.
Yeah.
Jake McCarthy hits
Defensively, though, right?
Ketel Marte.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a nice bat, and he is
Okay.
great defensively. Josh Rojas is nice. Alec Thomas is a top prospect. I think at the end of the day, and then they get Kyle Lewis basically for nothing. If he could bounce back, I mean, he was just injured the last 2 years. If he can bounce back to his Rookie of the Year form, I mean, that's a steal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not paying him nothing, so it's a low risk, high reward situation with Kyle Lewis.
We hope Marte goes back to what he did in 2021 than what he did last year.
Yeah,
Last year was definitely an off year for him.
I think the biggest question mark about the Diamondbacks is obviously Zach Gallen was a Cy Young run. He was in the Cy Young running last year. He had the best second half of any pitcher in all of baseball. Merrill Kelly had a nice year, but Merrill Kelly's 34 years old and he had a career year. It's really tough to rely on that. Madison Bumgarner, he'll eat innings. I don't know if he's going to be that great. So starting pitching is really their biggest question mark. And then Joe Mantiply was a all-star last year. He, again, older guy, had a career year. Can he continue that success from 2022? Getting a guy like Andrew Chaffin is huge. He's a very nice reliever out of the bullpen. And Kevin Ginkel's a solid closer, but I think the starting rotation is definitely the biggest question mark. Like, how can that starting rotation be good enough to the point where the Diamondbacks don't have to win 8-6 ball games, 8-7 ball games, 9-8 ball games? Because right now that's how they're going to have to play ball. The one thing going for them, though, is that I think the Giants are worse and the Dodgers are worse. So the fact that those two are worse and the Diamondbacks only got young guys getting better, I think that benefits them.
Yeah, but you aren't playing them as often.
No, you're not. But still, the Dodgers aren't going to win 100 games this year. The Giants, they're going to go under their win total. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
right
they're
now.
still going to go 81 and 81.
The Giants are going to be worse. The Dodgers are going to be worse than they were last year. So the fact that they were worse, that gives the Diamondbacks a chance. And the Diamondbacks, if they're in the heat of things, come June, July, they're going to go out and get a starting pitcher or two.
They're going to have to get two. Because if you can't go into a playoff race with this starting lineup.
But Ben, if they're in June and July and they're competing for the division, that means Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly
they're not going to compete for the division. They're going to be competing for a wild card.
You don't know that?
There's no, with the Padres and the Dodgers, they are not competing for the division. I do know that.
Padres, not sold on their starting pitching.
No, but their bats are a hell of a lot better than Diamondbacks are. Their offense is so much better than where the Diamondbacks are.
Well, yeah,
no question.
They got 4 boppers, or 3 boppers.
And Arizona has 0.
That's not true. They got Corbin Carroll, who's, I'm telling you right now, this kid might win.
We don't know. That's a huge question mark. You cannot label him a bopper yet.
I wouldn't say he's a bopper, but he's a player.
He's a player.
Christian Walker's dope. McCarthy's nice. Like Christian Walker, I like this team, dude. This team was fun to watch at the end of last year.
They're nice, but they're not going to be racing for the top of this division. No question. There's 2 teams and 2 teams only.
I would not be shocked if the
Giants
make a run.
And the fucking Rockies. Obviously not.
Giants are definitely. I like the Diamondbacks.
No,
of course the Giants 74.5 this year, though. I like them over their win total.
Oh, but are they better than last year with that pitching staff? After losing the relief pitchers that they did?
They didn't really lose any relief
I mean, you
pitchers.
lose Ian Kennedy. That's a big drop there.
Bro,
you lose.
they kept their two best relief pitchers, and they added.
Oh, sorry, they kept Ian Kennedy. Sorry, I thought it was on the list. Sorry.
They kept Joe Mantiply. He was their best reliever last year.
Yeah.
And then they added a better reliever than anyone they lost in Andrew Chaffin.
They lost Caleb Smith and
yeah, none of those guys are better than Andrew Chaffin.
Sorry, I saw red and I thought it was oh yeah, no, they lost Ian Kennedy to Texas.
Yeah, but he's not as good as Andrew Chaffin.
They lost Reyes Moranta to Texas.
Yeah, he's not as good as Andrew Chaffin. Andrew Chaffin is like one of the best relievers in baseball. He's one of the best lefties.
I would rather not lose 4 relief pitching and add 1.
But
and leave it to a bunch of young kids.
Yeah, but the thing is they kept their 2 best relievers in Ginkel and Mantiply, and they added Andrew Chaffin. So I mean, they didn't really lose anyone technically. I'd say they're just fine in their bullpen. The starting rotation is the biggest question mark. Like if you're gonna have a question mark about this team, it's a starting rotation.
Oh, agreed.
What do you think, Irv?
I think they can be good, but I don't think they're gonna win the division.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why they're plus 4,000 to win the division. They're not favorites to win the division.
Yeah, I don't see them competing for the division either. I see them maybe they could be in a wild card chase about the last month and a half, But I just think, like Ben said, I just think they're a year away.
Yeah, they're a starter or 2 away.
Saying that they're a year away is going to be difficult with the Padres and the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem is they got to deal with those 2 in this division.
Yeah. And the Giants next year with Shohei.
And I think
y'all not getting
I think the Diamondbacks are doing it right
why
though.
Why would he go to a worse situation than the Angels right now?
Money, bro, money.
Money in San Francisco.
I actually think he's going to Seattle, but
I know. I think he's gonna be either a Mariner or a Dodger.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go to the Mariners, but that's just me.
God, I hope not.
Yeah. Sorry, Jordan.
Yeah, I think the Diamondbacks are doing it the right way. Like they're building with internal talent. Obviously, they got Andrew Jones coming up. They got Jordan Lawler coming up. So they got 2 of the best prospects in baseball. And they also have Corbin Carroll, who's one of the top prospects, so he's going to be playing this year.
Andrew Jones Jr., not Andrew Jones.
Drew Jones, not Andrew. Drew.
Oh, Drew Jones. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Brandon.
Yeah, he's nice too.
He's definitely nice. I mean, they got 5 guys in the top 100.
Yeah, they got a very nice minor league system, and that's how they're gonna have to build, bro, because they're not gonna be able to attract free agents. And they're gonna have to compete with big spending clubs like the Padres and Dodgers. So, I agree in the sense that I think the Diamondbacks are a year away, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Diamondbacks made some noise this year because they're a young, resilient ball club.
I'm a little surprised that they are not going forward with Seth Beard. I know he's a young kid, but they just sent him down. He fucking lit shit up last year.
Yeah, but
when he played,
they do it for a reason. They keep their major league clock down, so they don't have to pay him.
I mean, he's not even on their list of top 9 prospects.
What is so funny?
That did.
He's watching something on Instagram.
But they'll bring up Beard at some point in the season.
Mm-hmm.
And like the Diamondbacks they had the second best record after All-Star break last year.
Yeah.
So if they can continue some of that momentum, like
they also had one of the best schedules in baseball last year, but
yeah, I mean, we could.
But no, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that. They were great.
We'll see.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yep. All right. Let's move on to the Giants. 81.5. Ben, you start us off here since you're the Giants fan.
They're going under.
You think
because they're gonna be 81 and 81 again. I think this is a team where they're mid. Every single thing about them is mid. from their pitching staff to their offense to their defense is just, it's a 500 team written all over it. So I'm going to go under. I think they're going 81 and 81. There's, there's some hope. No, I wouldn't even say there's hope for the future here. Their pickups all mid. They're, the people that they lost. I mean, I think the biggest thing that they lose this year is El Capitan, and Rodon too, I guess. But Brandon Belt in the locker room, and Rodon to the Yankees. But I would not have given Rodon 6 years, $162 million. No fucking way.
Yeah, no, that's a crazy contract.
Yeah.
It's crazy because the Giants, they go out and get Farhan Zaidi, and they're still operating like the Giants operated before, where it's like they had a bad year last year, but they're like, yeah, well, we have all these guys that they perform well in 2021, so they're gonna bounce back, right? Even though all those guys in 2021, that was like career years for all of those guys. Like a ton of Jags outperformed anything they've ever done in their fucking existence in baseball.
Yep.
And now they're kind of just relying on that again. I don't necessarily think it's a winning formula, but I've seen crazier shit happen.
Yeah.
Michael Conforto was a great player. He was hurt last year, obviously, with the shoulder injury. Didn't play. So if he can bounce back, short porch in right field, I think that could be huge for them.
Yep. I really like that Haniger, pickup. I think that is the replacement to Belt in the locker room. He's not going to be someone who goes out and wins you games, but he's going to be someone who builds that morale, that builds up, that locker room presence. They got to get fucking rid of Brandon Crawford.
Well, Haniger's another guy, Ben, that, he had a bad year last year.
Yeah, could.
And he's hurt right now. So, he's got to, if he could bounce back, though, I mean, this is a guy that he's a solid player.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, the Giants are an interesting team to me because, like, I like them under, to be honest, but honestly, I would not be surprised if this team fucking won like 90 games.
Yeah, I still think they're away. I think we need I don't know about Villar. He's going to be a big question mark at third base there. I don't trust Estrada and Flores at second. I don't trust Crawford at short. To be honest, I'd rather have Luciano in there at short.
Everything this team is built on pitching.
And we don't have great pitching.
Well, that's the thing is, like, if Logan Webb bounces back to 2021 Logan Webb,
yeah,
good.
Great. Cobb is not a number 2.
Sean Manaea in a pitcher's ballpark in the Bay Area, like, he pitched very well in Oakland.
I agree. I can see him being number 2. Stripling, great as a number 3, number 4 guy.
But their bullpen can be very nails, dude. With Duvall, they add
Both
Taylor
the Rogers brothers, yeah.
They add Taylor Rogers. If the other Tyler Rogers, the righty, if he could bounce back, that would be nice for them. But I think this team, like, it's a lot of question marks, and it's a lot of like, okay, can these guys bounce back? But if they do bounce back, this can be a decent team.
It can be a decent team.
Now, will they bounce back is the biggest question mark, and that's
absolutely.
That's the question you have to ask yourself is when you're handicapping this team is, can some of these players, Lamont Wade Jr., Mitch Haniger, can he stay healthy? Yep. Is Michael Conforto gonna bounce back after having a year off in the shoulder injuries? Logan Webb gonna perform like he once did? Is Alex Cobb gonna be okay? Like, so to me, I can't bet an over on a team where it's just like, I just have all those questions.
Yeah, I don't discount that at all because there are a lot of questions.
What do you think, Irv?
It's the Giants.
Giants suck.
No, I'm not going. My mom and dad never taught me never kick a person while he's down. So I won't kick the Giants while they're down too much. But yeah, I just think they have a plan. They just gotta get back to it. I think this is more of a transition year for them, honestly, because They got some players that are clearly over the hill on their last leg. They gotta, let that play out and try to invest. I mean,
There's only
inject,
one, to be honest.
yeah, one, maybe two.
Maybe two, yeah, if you put a picture.
Inject some new talent into that organization. They need a new face of the organization because all the old faces of the organization are out the door now. So they're in that period, or basically they just need to go through a rebuild.
Yep. No, I completely agree. Miss Buster as the face of the organization. There's nobody like that in this lineup that can even come close to that.
Yeah.
What's the name? Grandson has to play a lot better too because he's
Yastrzemski, yeah.
That's the thing with their whole roster is like they just got guys that, had great years in 2021. They were shit last year, and now it's like, can those guys perform the same? And that's to be determined. You know what I mean? Like,
one, thank God we didn't sign what's his name for fucking 13 years. That would have been the biggest mistake. Korea, yeah. I mean, yeah, he would have been great for a couple years. He could have been the face of that franchise, but that would have crippled everything long term.
Yeah.
Especially with an injury. But
all right, let's move on to the San Diego Padres, the Fathers.
So y'all all going under 81.5 on that?
Yeah, I like I haven't bet this and I wouldn't bet it, but I would take the under.
Yeah, I lean the under, but I wouldn't bet it because, like you said, they could come out of nowhere and win 90 games.
Yep.
Okay.
That's just what the Giants do.
Yeah, I think they're a 500 team, so I'm with you guys.
All right, San Diego Padres win total 93.5 to win the division 13-1 plus 1,300. What do you guys think about the Padres here? They added Matt Carpenter, by the way, lost Brandon Drury, lost Will Myers. They lost a handful of other guys.
A shortstop, just one of the big ones.
Nah, he's gonna be playing outfield. Oh, and they added Xander.
They added.
Yes.
Right. Xander gonna be playing.
Xander, yeah.
Yep. And
I think that's a great move.
And then obviously they're gonna be adding what's his face, Tatis Jr.
Yeah, he's gonna miss the first 30 games of the season.
First month basically.
I think having him in outfield is great with his shoulder. I think that's the move that they really needed to make. He played spring training, right? He's been playing spring training.
Yeah, he's been in and out.
He can do that. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a big question mark with Manny Machado. Can he perform like he did last year? Because the first probably 3/4 of the year he was MVP quality. Can he reproduce that? Because you're going to be missing Tatis for 30 or so games. Luckily, everything isn't going to be on his shoulders, but he's going to be a big aspect of this lineup. Soto didn't look great end of last year, but he's going to be a little bit more comfortable here now. Bogart, how is he going to play in San Diego compared to Boston? Kim, I like it second. Cronenworth, I think, is a good player, young player there. Grisham is a good young player. I think their weakest link is probably catcher, but I mean, Nola isn't that bad. A lot of old pitching. Darvish shouldn't be their number one, but he is.
So Tatis can return on April 20th.
Oh, that's not bad at all. That's early.
So he won't be missing a ton of games. Joe Musgrove did fracture his toe in February. He's expected. He's expected.
They lost Josh Bell too, right?
Yeah, they lost Josh Bell. He's Musgrove's expected to return early April, so he shouldn't miss any time really. This is another team, man, where it's like, yeah, they got a great lineup. Can they pitch?
Yeah, can Hader come back and do what he did at the beginning of the season and not what he did at the end of the season last year?
Yeah, but I mean, even their starting rotation, it's like, Darvish is 37 years old now.
Yeah, yep. Shouldn't be their number one, but he is.
And he's pretty up and down. And then Blake Snell, he shows signs of being great, and then he shows signs of being trash. He's very inconsistent. He had good home road splits last year. Surprisingly, he had very crazy day-night splits. He was very bad during the day, very good at night. and also he's very good at home compared to on the road. But right now, then you move Nick Martinez, who was in your bullpen last year. You move him to the starting rotation. You know, this rotation is just meh. It's just not a good rotation. Like, and they play in a ballpark which is a pitcher friendly ballpark. So now you have a pitcher friendly ballpark, and you're relying on an offensive oriented team to carry you. And obviously this offense, Bogart, Soto, Machado, Cronenworth, Nelson Cruz, and then you add a guy like Tatis later. Trent Grisham played phenomenally in the first playoff series last year. So I mean, this team's solid. Can they pitch though? That is the biggest question mark.
We talked about Arizona being one of those teams, like they're going to have to put up 8 runs per game to win these games with that pitching staff. See, this is a team that can put up 8 runs per game with this pitching staff.
Yeah, I mean, we thought that last year though too, and they couldn't when they first got all these guys.
Yeah, they had a lot of issues last year too. Hopefully, Tatis isn't.
I just think at some point, like, obviously this is a team. I don't know. They don't really have much to trade, to be honest. Like their farm system's so depleted, dude, because of all the trades they made. It's like, if they're even in contention, like, I don't know how they go out and trade for a good starting pitcher, dude. Like, what are they going to trade at this point?
Yeah,
are they going to trade their
player in the top 100?
Are they going to trade their entire stadium to a team like for a player? Like, dude, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
I get Xander Bogaerts, great player, dude. But like, why don't you go get a starter?
Yeah.
Like, that don't make any sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, Mania.
This team in my opinion, is built for the regular season. Like, this is a team that's going to win 100 games. They're probably going to win this division, to be honest. At plus 1,300, I would take it. But they're going to lose in the first round of the playoffs because they don't have any pitching.
The New York Yankees of last year.
I mean, dude, look at this rotation. They get 1 or 2 injuries, they're fucked, dude. They're absolutely fucked.
Agreed.
Like, what are they going to do? They got nobody to bring up in the minor leagues, dude. Like, their best minor league pitchers are, like, in A-ball, dude.
That's what happens when you trade for Juan Soto and give up
everything, yeah. But even then, they didn't give up the pitchers. James Wood.
Yeah, they gave up their best pitcher, Mackenzie Gore.
Oh, that's yeah. All right.
Gore, and then they gave up their second or third best pitching prospect too.
Yeah, this team, they just.
I didn't realize they gave up their pitching prospect.
They have no pitching depth, dude, and that's what concerns me. Like I said, this team may win the division. I would take it at plus 1,300. I actually think that's decent value, but come playoff time, like, they're gonna get swept in the first round unless Blake Snell or 2-time through the lineup Joe Musgrove learns how to pitch 3 times through a lineup and I don't know, dude.
And then
that's a huge ask.
Then Yu Darvish just getting older, so
yeah. Yep. I don't like the makeup of this team. I love the lineup. All right.
Yeah, offensively incredible. This is going to be the best offense of baseball.
And they might have a good bullpen too. Luis Garcia is good. Robert Suarez is good. Josh Hader, as bad as he was last year, he did turn it on at the end of last year.
Can they replicate what they did, though? That's the question. That's hard with relief pitching.
Wouldn't even say can they replicate it. It's more of can this starting rotation
put them in a good situation?
Yeah,
the relief pitching in a good situation.
Get them through enough games, dude.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see.
I'm still going over.
Yeah, I do lean the over, and like I said, I like plus 1,300 to win the division, and a lot of that has to do more with the Dodgers than it does with the Padres. So let's move over to the Dodgers. 96.5 wins, minus 130 to win the division, which I think is ludicrous, dude. There's no way they're a minus 130 favorite to win the division. They shouldn't be. They lost a lot, man. They lost Trey Turner, Tyler Anderson, Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger, Andrew Heaney. They lost a lot of guys, Irv.
Kimbrel, Gallo, Rios,
And
Pilar.
those guys are meaningless, but
Mid still, but it's depth.
Edwin Rios was good, but he got hurt.
Yeah.
What do you
It's
think about
depth.
this team, Irv?
Huh?
What do you think
Oh,
about your Dodgers?
we're gonna finish in last place.
No,
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You guys
Nah,
won't
I
be
think
as
we-
good though.
I think we had some low key signings that's gonna pay off pretty good for us. JD Martinez, he's always fucking raked at Dodger Stadium. he, he
I liked him last year with Giants, so I get that.
JD Martinez didn't play for the Giants last
He
year.
played, yeah, he got traded to the Giants.
Nah, he was
He
on
did?
the. Nah, he's thinking of
Jade,
JD Martinez on the Red Sox, Ben.
Yeah, on the Red Sox.
You're thinking about the dude you guys traded for what's his face? The dude that hits lefties hella well, Darren Ruff. I forget his name, but it's not JD Martinez.
oh, my bad. Sorry.
I'm gonna say I would have remembered that, but yeah, I think we're gonna be all right. Noah.
It was
Syndergaard-
another JD.
JD, I think it's JD Davis.
Okay. Noah Syndergaard should fit in well and pitch well under our pitching staff. We should I ain't gonna say he's gonna go back to being Thor, but he should be hopefully be close to it. We got a youth movement. I think Michael Bush, Miguel Vargas. I don't know if Jacob Amaya is going to be playing right away in the big leagues, but I do expect Michael Bush and Vargas to get a lot of looks early and often. Losing Lux is really going to hurt because he was really coming into form
Yep.
last year, so that's going to suck. Losing him to a freak injury like that. We got Mookie. We haven't really heard much about Freddie's hamstring. Should be okay. It didn't look like nothing too serious, so we probably don't win 100 games this year. I probably got us in that 95 to 98, 99-ish range. But
I mean, that's over for what they're saying. 96 and a half.
I think we go over 96.
I think that's a big drop down. I mean, that's
If we just stay
14
healthy.
games.
If we
from
stay
last year.
healthy. Yeah, but we lost a lot. We lost Trey Turner. We don't know if Bueller's gonna be ready. He might not pitch till the end of the actual end of the year, and he might start off in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Nah, he won't even.
Yeah.
He's not even gonna pitch this year, bro.
Yeah, see, so I don't know. So he might not even pitch this year. Dustin May has to stay healthy. This is a big year for him.
Yep.
Honestly, I think if he don't perform this year, he might not be in the Dodger uniform too much longer. Yeah, bullpen. I
Bullpen's
think
nasty.
my boy Trinan's still hurt.
Yep.
I think he got that shoulder injury, so I don't know when he's gonna be ready. So
He had
he's just gonna
shoulder
be
surgery.
a guy- a lot of guys gonna have opportunity to step up, man, and they just gotta show up and show out.
Yeah, I don't have any worries about the Dodgers bullpen. I mean, that's one of the best bullpens in baseball. I think the biggest question mark about the Dodgers is, Julio Urias. He had a phenomenal playoff run in 2020. He had a solid 2021, really good 2022. Can he continue doing that, and can he move himself into like being the ace of the staff?
Yeah.
And then can Dustin May, can he return the form where he was at? Because throwing 98-mile-an-hour sinker balls, I mean, that shit's tough to hit, bro. But that shit does, it takes a toll on your elbow. And can he get back to that form? I like Ryan Pepio. I'm pretty high on him as a prospect, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he does. Bobby Miller should also be in this rotation at some point this year. Can Tony Gonsolin, can he continue what he did at the first half of last year? Because he really fell off a cliff towards the end of last year. So can he bounce back? As far as the offense is concerned, I mean, you got Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Will Smith at the top of your lineup. I think that's formidable. But I think what's different from the Dodgers this year compared to years past is like you have a major drop off after that. Like it's just a lot of unknown commodities out there. Like Trace Thompson, we're relying on David Peralta, JD Martinez, Miguel Vargas, and
Vargas is supposed to be incredible.
I think Rojas was a good pickup too.
Miguel Vargas should be incredible, but
yeah,
he's also been hurt. He's been in spring training just taking walks, looking at pitches.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I just think that this team, I mean, again, dude, it wouldn't shock me if this team won 100 games because what's his name? The pitching coach,
Mark Pryor,
Mark Pryor is one of the best pitching coaches in baseball.
the best pitching coach in baseball.
He's not the best.
One of them.
He's one of them.
He's
But
better than the dude from the A's.
No,
I don't
he's
want to
not.
hear shit about him.
he's not. But that's okay. But if Noah Syndergaard, if he could return somewhat to the Thor form that he once was, and like, dude, what happened with Heaney last year and Tyler Anderson? Like, if they can do that same thing with Noah Syndergaard, I mean, that would be something, and that would change the trajectory of this team majorly. This team's just, they're not going to be as formidable offensively, dude. They're going to be much more. They're going to have to play a different style of baseball, man. Like, they're going to have to get them on, get them over, and get them in, rather than just get them on and hit home runs. Like, that's not
Well,
how.
once he can bounce back to anything he looked like before last year, that'll be a big help too.
That's a big question mark, though.
Well, I don't think that elbow was elbow was healthy that much at all until the end of the season. I think he would actually be 100% healthy this year.
We'll see.
And the big thing is they're going to be playing. I mean, they were last year as well, but they're going to be playing number one teams, and they're going to be playing a lot more games against number one teams.
We should be used to that.
Yeah, they're used to it.
Oh, absolutely. But the number goes up this year, and that's the big
Not
thing.
gonna be that much of a problem. A lot of those number one teams was overrated as shit last year.
I mean, it's kind of got a point.
I mean,
except for the Astros and maybe who else?
I think the
Mets
Guardians.
the Mets ain't gonna be shit.
No, yeah, the Mets definitely took a big, step back there. But I think you can look at the Guardians. They're going to be probably better this year. You're going to be playing the Braves, which are probably going to be better this year. Cardinals have a good young team that are going to be better this year. So,
yeah, teams we pretty much owned the last couple of years outside of the Braves. But
yeah, but you lost a lot of players there.
I think we'll be all right.
I still have them going over, but
they're
not going to be the powerhouse that they were. I have them at
And the
99.
Cardinals pitching staff might be terrible, so I'm not really worried about them.
Yeah, their pitching stats question mark. I like the Dodgers. I don't really like the over under. I'm gonna lean the under because I see them like 94, 95. But like I said, man, they could easily win 100.
Yeah, I have them at 99. I think both San Diego and LA are going to be going over their numbers and fighting for that top spot.
Yeah.
San Francisco, Arizona, Colorado. They're not going to be close.
I wouldn't be
It's
shocked.
a transition year for us because next year, number 17 is coming on down that 5 freeway.
Not happening.
Dude, he swears.
He gonna hate.
He also swore
all I
Judge
know-
was going to be there. So
All I know is if Ohtani is not on the Dodgers next year, I'm gonna give Irv so much fucking shit.
Are we
You
doing
better
another?
Hope, you better hope he on the Dodgers next year.
Irv, are we doing another jersey?
Because if he ain't on the Dodgers, he gonna be on the Mariners, and that's even worse for you.
Are we doing another?
Sorry, I'm an
jersey bet?
Orioles fan now, bro.
San Francisco and Dodgers here.
But no, because y'all have no shot at getting Ohtani.
That's not true.
Y'all had a shot at Judge.
We have the money.
Yeah, but he's not for the sign with a team that's worse than the Angels. That makes sense.
The Giants aren't worse than the Angels. That's the
Nah,
problem.
The Giants
Yes,
definitely
they
aren't worse
are.
than the Angels.
Giants are not worse.
Giants
than
have been to the
Angels.
playoffs way more than the Angels have in the last
Yeah.
decade.
That's true, but now we're talking about now.
That's
They
Giants
about
are
to go through
not
a
worse
full
than the
rebuild.
Angels.
The
No.
only thing is like I think the Angels are going to the playoffs this year, and I think Otani's going to resign. So I think both you guys are. shit
I
out
don't
of
think
luck.
they go into the playoffs.
I don't think so either.
I think so.
You have two dominant teams there. You're saying Seattle and Houston are going to tank.
No, I don't. I think
Or
Seattle.
Houston, they're gonna
I think Seattle overperformed last year. Aside from, I think Julio's gonna be great, but like I'm telling you right now, Eugenio Suarez is not gonna have as good of a year as he did last year.
They're gonna add it.
Robbie Ray is mid. Teoscar Hernandez, there's a reason why the Blue Jays traded for him. The dude had a career year 2 years ago, and he hasn't replicated it since. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that team is. I think they had
You're not gonna get into the playoffs with the AL East and the AL Central. I mean, You're gonna have Cleveland or Chicago in the playoff hunt there. You're gonna have Seattle or Houston in the playoff hunt there. You're gonna have New York, Toronto,
Yeah, but
Tampa,
the
and
Angels could
fighting
easily
for the
the Angels
playoffs
could
there.
easily beat the Mariners. What's better about the Mariners than the Angels? Explain to me.
Depth.
Where?
I mean, I don't think the Angels have much depth outside of Otani and Trout.
Brandon Drury.
You're looking at mid-level players. Brandon
Tyler
Marsh,
Wells?
okay, yeah, mid-level player.
No, Brandon Drury.
Oh, Brandon, okay.
Tyler Wells. Bro, the Angels have a good lineup, dude. It's whether they're Patrick Sandoval was one of the best pitchers in the WBC. He's gonna be one of their starting pitchers. The Angels they're a nice team, bro. And they got two better players, better than anybody else on the planet.
I don't disagree with you on that, but you got to stay healthy, which Trout has never done, and you got to expect Otani to pitch and hit as well as he's done in the last 2 years. And then you've got many mid-level players to get there.
The last person I'm worrying about is Otani, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the last thing I'm worried about.
Trout is much more of a worry than Otani. Absolutely.
When the Angels are in the playoffs, I'm gonna pull this clip and I'm just gonna remind you both.
That's fine.
I'm telling you, dude.
I hate Jersey bet it,
bro. Okay, let's do it. Jersey bet on the Angels and to make the playoffs.
It's gonna be beautiful.
Oh my god, that's not happening.
Otani Sama.
Crazy, bro. All right,
Let's go, y'all.
let's get some best bets from these divisions.
Dallas Stars tomorrow.
Oh,
sorry, from the division. Sorry.
These are some crazy ass stats, boy.
Yeah, Barry Bonds is a
best giant, and well, I don't know if I could say best giant in baseball history, but
yeah, he's the best player in baseball history, so he's definitely the best giant.
You put him on Willie Mays?
Hell yeah.
Willie, I mean, and all around, I could put Buster there too.
No,
Willie won championships. Bonds didn't.
Baseball is the ultimate team sport, dude. You only get to bat 4 times a game. There's only so much you can do.
But like all three of those
Buster Posey ain't on Barry Bonds level. Hell no.
Buster Posey was defensively much better than Barry Bonds was.
That is an absolute lie.
No. Defensively? Are you kidding me?
Bro, he has like 16 gold gloves. Like, what are we doing,
but
bro?
Barry Bonds in his second half of his season, his career was not good. He was slow as fuck.
All right, let's move on. What's your best bets from this division?
That's wild.
What's the best bets from your division?
San Diego division winner.
Hey, plus 1,300.
Yeah.
All right. Irv?
Value is the only thing there.
I'll go over for the Diamondbacks.
Over 74.5. D-backs. I'm with you on over 74.5 D-backs. I like that. And I'm with Ben. I would throw a little something on Padres. Although I almost think it's better to wait and hope the Padres get off to a slow start and then bet it at a better number. But at the same time, the Padres could get off to a fast start and you get a worse number. In which case, I would take the Dodgers.
Barry Bonds has only 8 gold gloves, not 16. Schmuck.
Well, he got 8 gold gloves. How many Buster Posey have?
1 or 2.
Because he played with Molina, dude.
Exactly. He probably got 0.
Nah, he's got at least 1 or 2. Ben's leaking it up right now.
Of course I'm looking it up.
He's gonna be so disappointed.
He got 1 gold glove.
Yeah, 1 gold glove. Whatever. I'd still take. I think Buster Posey defensively. Offensively, no fucking doubt. Barry Bonds, 100%. Defensively, I don't know.
Is Posey gonna make the Hall of Fame?
Of course, Posey's gonna make the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah, he probably will.
4 Silver Sluggers, Gold Glove, caught 4 perfect games.
career 302 hitter.
Sorry, 4 no hitters. How many perfect games? 2. Yeah, he will definitely be.
He won an MVP.
Yeah, Posey. I think he did win an MVP actually.
Wait, what year did his ass win an MVP? Oh, it had to be 2012 because that was his best year. He had 336, 24 home runs, 103
Yep.
RBIs.
Rookie of the year and league MVP. Oh, and let's also mention not 1 ring, not 2 rings, but 3 rings.
Yeah, some of the.
How many do your catchers have? Or
So, I haven't seen.
We're
so
not
much
talking
love.
about my catchers. You said he's a better defender and a better giant than Barry Bonds. It is not close.
Defender, I would still again, catcher position, hell of a lot harder than a fucking outfielder position, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean I would agree with that, but Barry Bonds is the best baseball player in the history of the game.
And 80% of that is his offensive ability.
Yeah, but dude, he got walked with the bases loaded.
Agreed. Oh no, I do not disagree with that at all. Not a single percent.
He is the best on base percentage, and it's like not even close, dude. He has the greatest single season.
I do not
OPS
disagree with
ever.
that at all.
8-time Gold Glove winner.
But I think Buster Posey was more rounded than Barry Bonds was, offensive and defensive together.
No, because Bonds could actually run the bases. I mean, dude,
until Balco.
Bonds has like 5. Dude, he has 400 more stolen bases than Ken Griffey Jr. And we're sitting here, dude. Bonds,
that was early, right?
Doesn't even matter, bro. He has like 564 stolen bases, dude. He has.
Damn, he might be the only 500 guy.
He is.
He's not the only.
He's got to be up there.
Gotta be, because Ken Griffey band stopped still.
Nah, Ken Griffey only has 164 stolen bases in his career.
Yeah, and then nobody comes close to Bonds.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
A-Rod didn't steal bases like that.
The only member of the 500 who
is Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds, yeah. Let's see, stolen bases though. You look at his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. His last 6 seasons, 8, 15, 21.
Dude, that was when he was like his last 6 seasons. He was like 38 to 44, bro. Like, what are we doing?
But yeah, second half of his career.
You can't say the second.
Nah, because he stole bags up until like 2000, and he started playing baseball in Major League Baseball in like what, 1984?
86
to 97.
Well, it's 11 years, man. Some guys don't even have 11-year careers, 3, 4, dude. 5, That's like 6, a whole 7, career.
8, 9, 10, and then 10 other years.
So after 2001,
the second half of his career was not even.
I don't
close
care,
to the
dog.
same.
Barry Bonds is the best baseball player my eyes have ever laid upon. Ohtani is probably the second best.
7-time MVP.
Bro, I've never.
Barry Bonds played for the Dodgers. How many World Series he would have?
None.
He would have a lot more than 0. He would have a lot more than none. Damn.
Dude, he took the Pirates to a World Series, man. And if it wasn't for that
I know the Angels are really wasting Mike Trout, but I can't.
Well, he took the Giants to a World Series too, and they lost.
Yeah, the Giants didn't waste Barry Bonds because they made it to. They should have won that World Series. I don't know.
Should have. Yeah.
They got to test them baseballs the Angels was using.
Well, they didn't have great starting pitching.
Yeah, they didn't.
They had El Duque and Kirk Reeder, dude.
The bullpen was nice though.
They were aight.
He bat 370 that year. Insane.
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. His on base percentage was like 440.
OBP that year 582.
Buster Posey not even a top 5 giant.
No.
Damn, in 2004, his on base percentage was.
Who are the others that are?
Well, it's Bonds, Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah.
Will Clark.
Yeah.
Jeff Kent.
Nah,
No.
I would put Posey as a top 5 Giant. He'd
Yeah.
probably be after Will Clark. You
I
might be
mean,
able to put
Jeff
him
Kent,
before.
good. Tim Lincecum, that would be another one, probably close to that level.
Christy Mathewson, Juan Marshall.
Oh,
Maybe Marshall, yeah.
So if you look at the top 10 on Bleacher Report, they don't even got your boy a top 5 Giant.
Who do they have in top 5?
They got Orlando Cepeda number 6, Tim Lincecum number 5, Juan Marshall number 4.
I'd put Posey over Lincecum.
Willie McCovey number 3.
Oh, Willie McCovey, dude.
2, and Barry Bonds number 1.
Yeah,
so like I said, he's not a top 5 Giant.
He's a top 5.
Pack him up.
Yeah, Bonds, Mays, McCovey, Juan Marshall for sure. I would honestly, I think Will Clark has a very important place in Giant history, but I'd still put Posey over him.
Yep.
No.
And I put Posey over Lincecum. Although I do think
I put Posey over Lincecum as well, because Lincecum wouldn't have been who he was without Posey.
Nah, that's not true.
Nah.
Bro, Lincecum won a Cy Young before Posey, dude.
Posey called he said, even Lincecum said 90% of his perfect game was.
What year did Lincecum win the Cy Young? Was it 2010? Or 2009?
I think it was 9.
Posey didn't even play that year. So you're telling me Posey's that important to Lincecum's career, but during Lincecum's best season, Posey didn't even play. The only problem with Lincecum is he only had 3 or 4 good years because dude threw his arm out.
Yep. His frame too. He threw too big for his body.
Yeah, but he was elite when he was on, bro. That shit was nasty as fuck.
Won 2 Cy Youngs.
What years?
I think it was 08 and 09. I gotta check.
I'm looking right now. 08 and 09, yeah.
So both before Posey.
Yeah, Posey's not a top 5 Giant. Pack him up.
Bro, Lincecum, if he could have sustained his dominance for 2 more years, man, that would have been a hell of a career. I mean, he still had a hell of a career. Shit was crazy.
God, why did my internet fucking suck?
Yeah, bro, you'd be out there on the fucking 10 megabyte internet, bro.
In the fucking Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
That's Northern California for you.
Ben's pops.
Last year was with the Angels. Damn, he went 2-6. ERA was 9.1.
Yeah, he was terrible, bro.
It was bad.
He didn't even finish. He didn't even play the whole year.
I know he only started 8 games.
He fell off, bro.
Damn, Barry Zito fell off when he went to the Giants. So what's up with the Giants killing pitchers' careers, buddy?
Zito was good for the Giants for a year.
He was good. He was good on the back end, surprisingly. He wasn't good in his prime, though. Then he had that miraculous 2012 playoff run where he was all of a sudden became 2007 Barry or 2006 Barry Zito all over again.
Man, that curveball was nasty.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. The sad thing is because he won a title with the Giants, he'll forever be remembered as a Giant, even though his best years were as a Oakland Athletic.
No question. Yep. And
they should have won a World Series in 2001 if it wasn't for a bullshit play that would have gotten overturned had there been replay. It's not funny, bro.
It's pretty funny.
No,
just because of the amount I've heard from you on
bro, cool. If there was replay, that play would have gotten overturned. You could watch it today and see that fucking Jeremy Giambi was safe.
Yeah, he was. It wasn't even close.
And they would have swept the Yankees, moved on, beat the dog shit out of the fucking Angels, and then they would have faced the Giants, and they would have beat the Giants in the World Series.
Damn, in 2002, Barry Zito went 23-5 with a 2.75 ERA.
Yeah, bro. Him, Mulder, and Hudson, bro.
That was nasty.
I miss those days, dog.
His whip was 1.134. His FIP was 3.87. His ERA plus was 158. Damn, he was nasty.
Yeah.
He
Dog.
won he won the Cy Young All-Star Game MVP and the MVP all in 1 year.
Bro, he was so good. That's why he was the only one they kept out of Mulder and Hudson.
I'll see. Damn, the A's was good back then. Sheesh.
You're telling me.
2002.
You're telling me.
2002, they were 103 and 59. Damn.
Yeah, and they won 20 games in a row, which at the time was a record.
Man, Ray Durham, he a beast on the show. I'll be smacking shit with him.
Yeah, Ray Durham was hella nice, and he went to the Giants. Had a pretty good couple years with the Giants.
This was a nice lineup. Scott Hatterberg, Mark Ellis, Miguel Tejada, Eric Chavez, one of my favorite players growing up.
Yep.
That's the money ball.
David
Yeah.
Justice, Terrence Long, Jermaine Dye, Ray Durham.
Jermaine Dye, baby.
Yep, that's the money ball here.
Jeremy Giambi off the bench.
Such a good lineup, dog. We were so good. Fuck, man. It's still, like, that shit's some of those pain. Like, anytime I see that replay of fucking Derek Jeter, dude, I just want to fucking break a window.
Just don't drive and hit a car like that lady did on your street.
That would have been me if I was watching it while driving.
After 2005 is when the Athletics just went downhill.
Bullshit, dude. They won the division in 2006, and they actually won a playoff series in 2006.
They won a division going 76 and 86?
No, 2006, bro.
No, 2006 it says 93 and 69.
Yeah, it was when they had Frank Thomas, and Frank Thomas fucking raked, dude. And he hit a Johan Santana changeup out of the fucking Metrodome in the playoffs. We won 1-0 because Zito and Johan Santana fucking dueled, bro. That was such a good playoff matchup. And then we played the fucking Tigers, and they gave Justin Verlander a fucking 9-foot strike zone. Motherfuckers throwing balls at people's heads, and they're calling strikes, dude. Shit's fucking incredible, man. Like, the fuck is going on? And, man, fuck those guys. Should have won that fucking playoff series.
Had some bad beats, I see.
Yeah, and they all have to do with fucking Verlander getting fucking 2-foot strike, like 3-foot strike zones. In 2012, he faces Jared Parker. Jared Parker had like a Cy Young level year that year. Bro, Jared Parker's strike zone in that playoff game was like this big, dude. They're calling balls like obvious strikes, and then fucking Verlander throws a pitch like 6 inches out of the zone away from the fucking strike zone, and they fucking call a strike, dude. It's like, how do you hit that, dude? Like, how do you actually approach at that bat when you get a strike zone like that? It's just a lot of bad luck, man. And that was the year in 2012 where Major League Baseball was like, oh, we have this great idea. If you're the better team, the away team's going to get 2 games first at home, and then you get 3 games on the at home. Like, what? So the other team could go up 2-0. All they got to do is win 1 game at my place, even though I get 3 games on the road? That don't make any sense. If I'm the better team, why don't I get 3 games at home at first? That was the stupidest shit. That's why the Giants beat the Reds that year. Remember that? When Johnny Cueto got hurt in his game 2? I'm telling you, a lot of luck broke the fucking Giants' way to win 3 World Series. And
Absolutely.
But you have to. That's part of winning, dude. You got to have luck break your way, and you got to take advantage of it. And the Giants did. And the Tigers did.
Was that was Angel Hernandez on the call for that Parker Verlander game?
Probably.
Yeah. I can't believe he's been in since 91. You got to be fucking kidding me.
I just remember watching that game, and I was just like, bro, there's no way we can win this game, dude. Like, Jared Parker is getting squeezed like crazy, and fucking Verlander's getting a strike zone the size of fucking Alaska. He can do whatever he wants, dude. You just can't beat guys, especially guys with stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're possible to beat. You know?
Damn. Remember when Mark McGuire took Randy Johnson to the back of the Kingdom? Damn.
Oh yeah, it took him upper decky Hideki. Man, that shit was crazy. And then the A's traded him like 2 weeks after that. They really did though.
Damn. Y'all done traded some of the greatest players in baseball history.
Well, at that time they were going through a sale. The Haas family was selling the
Mhm.
team. The Haas family is the best owners in Oakland A's history.
Mm-hmm.
When that went down, they basically blew up the team. That's when Billy Beane became general manager.
Mm-hmm.
Basically had a less of a payroll. He's like, I gotta figure shit out. You know, and he built that contender though from that. You know, he built the 2001, 2002, 2003 A's. So
Yeah, y'all should have got a title one of those years.
yeah, 2002, bro. We got fucked. That Derek Jeter play, man. I'm telling you, bro, we would have beat the dog shit out of the Angels in the ALCS if it wasn't for that fucking play.
Remember Richie Sexton?
Yep. But that's how things go, man. Sometimes the universe just works against you, and you know, it is what it is. That was the 2002 World Series was like the most painful moment of my life because it was like, all right, it should have been the A's in the World Series, but now I gotta cheer for either the Angels or the fucking Giants, dude. The two teams I hate more than anyone. Like, it didn't get worse than that, bro.
Speaking of the Angels, I just sent you a meme about that. I don't know.
Which one?
It's that 3-headed dragon.
Telling you, bro, they're gonna make the playoffs this year, man.
They're still not gonna make the playoffs. The Angels are not making the playoffs.
They are, dude.
Nope.
They are.
All right, we got some best bets.
For tomorrow, we're going University of Alabama, Birmingham, +1, and the NIT against Vanderbilt. University of Alabama, Birmingham, the better team. Jelly Walker, the best player on the floor. Vanderbilt's missing its two best players. This is the time when they go down. So give me UAB +1. Am I the only one that has a pick?
Yeah, both NHL games tomorrow. I don't necessarily like either way.
I'm on my best bet Oilers -1.5.
Yeah, even then I don't like that bet, but I see I having you talk about it, I totally see where you're coming from. But the way that the Oilers played against the Sharks, I don't think I can make that bet.
They're at home.
It doesn't matter.
Surprisingly, the Sharks play good at home.
They don't. They've won 5 games at home all year.
Oh, and the Sharks don't even play tomorrow.
No, when Edmonton played
when
the
Edmonton
Sharks.
came to the what's the name of y'all arena?
That was in Edmonton, bro.
I thought y'all was at home.
No, it was in Edmonton.
The Sharks have 5 home wins this year. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, what's the name of y'all stadium?
SAP
SAP Center right now. Yeah.
When y'all gonna redo it? That shit looks like a dump on the outside.
Nah,
It's
that's
one of the
stadium,
oldest.
dude.
It's one of the oldest stadiums in NHL right now.
Oh, it makes sense.
But inside, it's nice.
I've never been inside it. Don't plan. Oh yeah, damn. The Oilers were at home.
Yeah, bro. But we're not good anywhere. And the sad part is the Sharks got 3 goals called off too. They should have easily won that game, dude. That's the saddest part.
Daryl Strawberry.
What about Darryl Strawberry?
Was a dog. He hit a ball 525 feet. But
thought we
my
were
dad
talking
said when
hockey.
he was in high school, he hit 2 home runs at Dodger Stadium when he played for Crenshaw
Who? Your
in
dad?
the city championship.
Damn, that's sick.
Yeah, they said he had to stop taking batting practice at school.
can't believe we lost the WBC title.
Because he was busting out people windows.
Damn. Okay, here we go. The all world baseball classic team. You've got Trout, Yoshida, and Rosarina in outfield. You've got Makata at third, Turner at short, Baez at second, and Yu Chang at first. Shohei as your pitcher. Shohei as your DH. You also have Sandoval and Romero as pitchers, and then Salvador Perez as your catcher.
There's not enough Americans in there.
What about my boy Murakami Sama? He should have been for third base. Don't he play third base?
I mean, Makata had a hell of a season, or hell of a tournament too.
Nah, you gotta give it to Murakami Sama.
Yeah, I also don't know why Trout's on there, to be honest.
That dude gonna be a fucking monster when he get to the MLB.
Yeah, there's a lot of dudes in Japan that are nice, man.
He the back-to-back MVP at 23 years old.
Damn, Otani was running from the fucking bullpen to the dugout to hit and shit. That's crazy, bro. Mookie Betts was so ass during the World Baseball Classic, man. We had so many good hitters that just fucking were not good.
Yep.
Playing Canada.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Make sure to go to Tavour.com, download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device. Use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 and more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to leave your seat. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. I'll be back tomorrow night. I think Irv's going to be joining me. Irv, tomorrow night? Sweet 16 preview will be on with Aaron Kidd. Who we had on last week for the March Madness preview. We'll be previewing the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8, or who we think is going to be going there. So tap in with us 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. We love y'all. Thank you once again. Tell your friends about us. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. For Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson, Swerving Irvin Washington, I'm Jordan Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Lads, we'll catch y'all later. Peace.